This is a CBP in the news update. Dateline, the southern Gulf Coast. CBP came to the forefront as an integral part of the massive relief operation to provide life support, first aid, law enforcement, and air traffic control in the wake of Hurricanes Katrina and Rita. CBP emergency teams responded to the immediate needs of fellow CBP personnel and civilians in the Gulf Coast states of Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Texas that were devastated by the two storms. CBP deployed over 600 personnel from the offices of Field Operations, Border Patrol, Air and Marine, and Information and Technology. The Office of Finance delivered much-needed supplies and logistical support critical to the success of the overall mission during more than 20 days of intense joint operations with the U.S. military, other federal agencies, and state and local authorities. P-3 aircraft serve as the primary air traffic control platform for all aircraft operating in the New Orleans area while providing a bird's-eye view of the damage on the ground. In Mississippi, the devastation of Hurricane Katrina's winds and storm surge erased nearly everything in its path. In every town, along the coast, homes, businesses, railroads, and highways, nothing was spared from the wrath of Katrina. CBP teamed up with FEMA personnel to deliver immediate food and medical supplies and to determine where to locate FEMA distribution centers around the flooded New Orleans area. CBP management immediately began to assemble the necessary assets and personnel at the CBP Air Branch in Hammond, Louisiana, located 60 miles north of Lake Pontchartrain. The first order of business was to develop a plan to prioritize and complete a rapidly growing list of missions.
I don't want to go home without working priority missions. I didn't fly down here to stand around. I came down here because I want to help. I want to make a difference. And I know you do too, and you're with me. So we're going to do it.
The Forward Deployed Operation Command Center established at the Hammond facility would become not just a center for all CBP operations in the Gulf region, but would also serve as a housing, aircraft maintenance, supply, and medical facility. In essence, the Air Branch became a small town and home of CBP. BORTAC, BORSTAR, and Marine agents established a base at the Baton Rouge, Louisiana airport, allowing access to areas that were greatly impacted by the storms. CBP personnel assisted fellow employees from New Orleans and other impacted areas to help remove debris from their heavily damaged homes. Nearly 400 CBP officers and Border Patrol agents were sworn in as peace officers by the Louisiana Attorney General's office. This provided the necessary authority to provide law enforcement assistance in the increasingly dangerous New Orleans area. In these bacteria-infested floodwaters of New Orleans, Border Patrol, BORSTAR, BORTAC, and Marine agents are bringing their airboats out into the neighborhoods of the flooded New Orleans sections, where they will go door to door looking for the last flood victims who either can't leave or don't want to leave. The flooded neighborhoods were only accessible by flat-bottom boats. Border Patrol crews use airboats to perform house-to-house searches, and in many cases, these vessels became the only way out. CBP agents swept through the drier neighborhoods, working with local police to reestablish law and order and to maintain security for local residents and businesses.
I'm going to tell you, with the way things are going, if I'm going to get an agency to assist me on anything, it's going to be these guys. Extremely professional, very, very courteous, very helpful, and very reassuring.
In downtown New Orleans, a specially assembled team of agents and officers searched the U.S. Custom House looking for potential intruders. After securing the facility, the team took the opportunity to raise the CBP ensign, signaling that CBP was in business in the Gulf region. Commissioner Bonner and members of his executive staff visited with officers and agents stationed in the area, providing support and encouragement to the personnel.
I'm proud to be the Commissioner of Customs and Border Protection and see all the people here, Border Patrol agents, CBP officers, our pilots, even our Office of Information Technology that's restoring our communication systems. They've all come together, they're all pulling together to help in the relief effort and make CBP have some real impact here as part of the Department of Homeland Security and part of the overall efforts of the federal government to provide law enforcement security and assist people and get people here that have been affected what they need in terms of water and food and medical supplies, and even delivering doctors into the area.
CBP has once again demonstrated its heroic willingness to take on a non-traditional mission. With the capability to quickly assemble and deploy specialized personnel and assets, the agency stands at the ready to provide immediate disaster relief, law enforcement support, and assistance to other agencies during a national crisis. This has been a CBP in the News update. I'm Michael Pope.